What's up, everybody? Solo Live here, and right now we're going to talk about my 2.x story, the 2.1 till I'll say like till before Heaven's Word. And I'm not going to skip. I'm not going to say like, oh man, we're going to do Crystal Tower, then we're going to talk about 2.2, then do Circuit Tower. When we talk about one topic, we're going to stick on that topic, then talk about a different subject because I think it make more sense. Sorry this video seems mediocre if it is. I kind of trying to get this out there because I've been holding on to this for a bit. And let's just get on with the video, and hopefully the video is at least decent. So to start it off, I want to mention the story. 2.1 story. I'm not gonna like it's not even worth talking about. I say that like when I done the Mughals, it was interesting. People kept wiping, but besides that, I could have done two things: extreme primals or what was it? 24 man raid. The first thing I did was 24 man raid. I mean, not gonna say the first thing. I would say like I did 24 man raid, and I say it was pretty. I say pretty fun. Well, I won't say fun. I would say pretty entertaining. Um, of course, people were unprepared with coming up, and then like I had this issue. I still have the issue trusting 23, the randoms, and I said my first group. If we stop, well, how to say it, we didn't last on the first boss. The first boss, you gotta you gotta kill the skeleton before the dragon. You gotta kill the dragon. I think 3 times so it could be over with. But yeah, like it wasn't nice. And one thing I need to mention at this time, every Crystal Tower series, I was playing monk. So you see me playing samurai. I could have played monk, but I was like, screw it. I don't want to go back to playing monk. I don't have fun playing monk. But anyway, now my second group, we went past the first boss. And for some reason, it was way more easier. I guess because people wiped so much and some people understood the fight at the time. And at this part, right here, you see platforms, and like you see yellow. You step, I think like 4 people put a step in the yellow platform, and if 4 people stand in the yellow platform, just say like B alliance could attack theirs, and like it's different on a different session. So it's more like a DPS check, and if you step out of it, the other alliance can attack the enemy. So so you could actually easily troll the other alliance to annoy them a bit, but hey, that's just the one thing I just want to mention on this part. Now for Behemoth. Oof. I'm going to say Behemoth was hell because it took me, I think, like a couple of groups to get him down. Nothing. I don't want to go to the whole detail. Just know I suffered more than an hour, more than 2 hours trying to get it clear. So let's just go on to the last boss. The last boss was pretty easy. We did wipe a couple of times, but it wasn't that bad. And I actually did enjoy the first Crystal Tower. The first Crystal Tower was, in my opinion, one of the best three. One of the best three. I guess it was my first 24 man raid. Circus Tower was definitely the easiest in the Crystal Tower series. It only 24 man raid. And one thing I forgot to mention was the iron level. Lava the Ancient gave you an iron level 80 gear, and this one gave you on level 100, and the next one gave you on level 120. And I said one thing I need to mention was like this is the first 24 man raid actually give you item to upgrade your accessory. I think at first it was your accessory and your armor. Then later on in the patches they actually, before 2.4, they actually put in I think tombstone. I think they put in tombstones to your weapon, so you have to do like 8-man raid for like any casual's afraid to do that. I mean, I've seen casual do like 8-man raid. It's just like people don't want to step foot in 8-man raid. So I just want to mention that, and we want to talk about my part in the final boss. So this part wasn't difficult, and I remember like my first time encountering him, everybody was lagging, and a couple people with DC, and I think myself, and this time we're playing the PS3 together. I think the PS4 version of Final 14 wasn't out, so it was kind of bad when it was released. But I got nothing else to talk about in Circuit Tower, so sorry to say Burn Circuit Tower story. And we're gonna talk about the World of Darkness. And one of the reasons I just gonna search Cerberus because he was unique. to me, because his mechanics was okay. One lion's go inside his belly. You actually get small and get eaten. I wish I got that clip, but every time I do this, I never get inside servers. They don't sound right, but it was a unique mechanic. You inside the belly. It was like you in the. It felt like you in a different instance, but you actually same instance, but inside his belly. I wish they do that mechanic more in the future. But if you don't chain him when he casting something, well, casting a really long move, as you see right here, he go crazy. And like, I remember my whole lines were wiping, and we were actually complaining what the hell happened. And somebody mentioned like, "Hey, we supposed to do this, so get the rope or get the chain and to chain him down so he won't go crazy." And that's the only thing I'm gonna mention for the Crystal Tower series. And there you go. And we're gonna move on to the dungeons. So we're gonna move on talking about the dungeons, and I kept doing dungeons over and over and over just because I'm trying to understand the mechanics of some fight, or I'm just, got nothing else to do or trying to get tombstone. But most of the time I'm just doing tombstones for him. And it was interesting in most part. I mean, some part, but most part, like this dungeon, I really hate and despise, and never want to go in again. And Lost in the Interpol Keep was actually one of my favorite level 50 dungeon, and it actually a side dungeon. Shockingly, actually a side dungeon got a hard mode next to it. The hard mode is like 3.x, but I'm gonna explain that till my 3.x story. So, so next clip, I'm gonna show you all the dungeons, and I did have some good time with dungeons. I actually met very good people at doing dungeons. So I can't really explain my dungeon story. Only thing I could explain was this dungeon, the Wondrous Palace hard mode. I hated it a lot because I be bumping to like the worst of the worst people, or like every time I see Tumblr, I don't fight them, I get irritated. So we're gonna move on to the hunt. The hunt, I got some stuff to talk about. So we're gonna talk about the hunt. The hunt was an interesting thing they added, and before the hunt got before the hunt went in the game, I actually saw a video. I think it was Mr. Happy video talking about the hunt, um and I was like, I'm gonna be the best hunter out there. I'm gonna get all the hunts. I'm gonna be this guy that like everybody gonna look up to when they need information about hunts, mechanics, what time gonna spawn, when to spawn, yada yada yada. And you do get rewards like ally seals, and then like in 2.1, I don't believe you could upgrade. I don't think you could upgrade your gear. I think later on like 2.2, like 2.2 or 2.3, when you do hunts, you can actually upgrade your gear to level 110. But anyway, get different hunts. At this moment, you see the clip. This is actually me finding A rank, and it's dailies, which is you go out and kill monsters, or just go out outside to kill monsters. B ranks, which is your weekly, and I got started for that. And your A rank, which is this one, which you got go out finding the world, and your S rank, which you need like at that time tons of people, probably like the whole server to help you out. So going back to the B rank when it first released was hell, because anybody kill a B rank they get credit, like anybody. And they fixed it. If you're not your weekly, later on when they fixed it, as soon as they fixed it, if you're not your weekly, you don't get credit. But at that time, it still was hell because the spawn time was horrible. But they did fix it. It changed it every 5 seconds now, and I still like that for any like hunt has to say, hunt is not the staple of this game. The hunt is just something you could do. You get some reward, you get upgraded gear later on between the patches. And if you're not doing raid, I guess the hunt is like another way you get your upgrade gear, like 110 stuff, and your on level 130 stuff. I miss those days. But I remember it was a link shell. It was a link shell for people that actually want people to pay guild to enter. You actually have to pay. I think it was weekly. I think it was like 10k a week from just one. Like it was 10k a week. I paid this one guy, or or like pay anybody that got a got access to him or in the same FC as him. And I was like, fuck that, fuck the hunt. I'm not gonna do this. It's not even that fun. So I just went back to raiding, and my my hunting story don't stop there. Actually, in 3.x or 3.0. So we're gonna talk about more about the hunt when I do my 3.0 story. So that's gonna be the end of my hunt story for now. But I promise I will bring this back in my 3.0 story. So in 2.1, they introduced extreme primals, which were Garuda Extreme, Titan Extreme, and Ifrit Extreme. And yes, you had to do that order back in the day. And it's still a quest you still could get. You could do that. I think you had to do it in order still. But just say your first time unlocking it. My first time unlocking it. I remember I did Garuda. It wasn't that hard. I didn't pay much time to it. I play as a bard. He's on my end. Then I came in as a tank, as a paladin, and it was actually kind of it was actually pretty hard. I actually enjoyed this fight a lot. It's actually one of my favorite stream primers. Ifrit, I'm not going to mention him because he's the easiest. But I remember my first time getting this clear, I was jumping up. I was so excited. I was, really happy I got in there. I was bragging. Then Ifrit came along. I got that down. And you do get weapons. I actually do like this. One thing I forgot to mention, those 3 primals actually do drop accessories. And this actually another way for you to get another weapon. To say like your weapon or your relic, or let's say you don't want to do your relic, you can actually go to this alternative and get this weapon instead, or like your T5 weapon. Remember this 2.1, the T5 weapon never dropped. You actually get this, and you could be like, okay, I guess this got better stats than my T5 weapon. I'll wait till 2.2 for the new raid. I actually do like this a lot. This is one of the reasons I keep holding this. At least the three extreme primal, especially Titan. Way superior than the rest, than any other extreme primal within 2.x. Speaking of extreme primals and weapons, I'm not gonna mention Mughals because I don't like Mughals. 2.2 Leviathan have weapons. 2.3, Ramu or Rama have a weapon. 2.4 Shiva even have weapon. Of course, they like they say hard mode of the fight, not really hard. But like after the Garuda Titan Ifrit extreme fight, to me it feel more easier. I think I don't know. It feel more easier. It don't feel like extreme anymore. And this was all the extreme final fight within 2.x, and like I do quite enjoy them when I done them. So I'm debating which part of my story I want to tell you about my raid experience, because if I talk about each of my raid group, it's gonna take like 10 years for me to explain, so it could get kind of boring. So I'm gonna say this. Before I met this one raid group, I did got my T6 clear. I did got some T7 experience, not much, but just a little bit. So I wasn't looking for a raid group. My friend recommended me. Who was it? I totally forgot his name, but my friend recommended me to join the one raid group because he said like, hey, get back into raiding. I find it funny that the same thing happened to me 3.x, but he told me to get back to raiding, man. He said I thought I loved it. I was like, I do, but I'm trying to take a little hiatus from him. He said, hey man, this raid actually pretty fun. You have more fun than the previous raid here. I was like, okay, cool. I talked to the raid leader. He said like we're gonna go hardcore. If stuff not working, then we're going midcore, which did happen. We went midcore because like people hours, people jobs, and the frustration we be getting, and we went midcore so we could be more relaxed. We do stuff outside of raiding at that time too. And I thought together like I want to say maps, maps and did we do maps? No, I don't think we did maps. We did something else. I think extreme primal. But anyway, back to my raid story. We did T6, and I think we 3-shot it. I think our 3rd try we beating it. So like, yeah, this one actually was raiding as a warrior at this time because I was like, oh my god, like tanking was I don't know, something about tanking actually interested me more than the DPS. But anyway, I went as a warrior. I did switch to paladin time to time, just in case we got like double job. I don't want to go at double jobs. But we did get T6 done. T7, it took us a little bit longer, but I wasn't going for world first. I wasn't going for world first. I mean, world first was already done, I think, at this time. So it took us a little bit longer to get T7, but thanks to I had to brag a little bit, but thanks to me, we got through T7 and T8. I didn't explain T7. Somebody missed one of the Cyclops to stone it, and I seen it. I said, "Hey, you missed one. You missed a Cyclops. So I'm, I'm going to kill it." And the bar was complaining, telling me not to do it. I done it. The Ray even agreed with me at that time too. They just kill it. We could just kill it. I don't want no fuck ups. So I killed it. The bar was sighing, complaining, and like the bar and the paladin were actually in a relationship. They was I think it was husband and wife or something like that, boyfriend girlfriend, but it doesn't matter. So after that, I was bragging like, "Oh my god, dude! Like, this I didn't kill it, we would be white." And and in T8, the paladin died. In T8, you could actually solo tank it, but T8, I went as a monk, and as a monk, I was taking a hate, and the paladin died. Yeah, the paladin died. Then after the paladin died, it rather decision I could make: face the boss at the party or face away. So I popped foresight, featherfoot, turn the other way. It took like, I said, like 95 or 98% of my health, and we actually cleared it. And a monk loot drop. Like, oh my god! Probably because of that, I'll probably get the loot. But no, I couldn't get the people. Got another monk in the group. I was like, god damn it! I was kind of pissed, but I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll probably get the next loot. And in T9, they went actually got booted. So it's two reasons I got booted. The one reason was because my connection was horrible, which I fully understand. I mean, like, if they just blame me just for that, I won't complain at all. I wouldn't complain, nada. But I fully understand, like, they try to make the progression. If I'm not facing my connection, then hey, it's better off if I go. And I'll play on the PS3 too, so I fully understand that. But it's just why I actually find out why he actually did kick me. Because they were Ninja release. After my raid story, I will talk about Ninja release. So he boot me because I got the loot from what was it? I got the loot from I got the fruit loot from T6, and he tried to prepare for Ninja, and I was like, yo, I try to get on my monk, so my secondary is monk, your main gonna be, he said your secondary gonna be ninja, right? He said yeah, but later on I think about being my main. He said, which one your secondary gonna be? He said ninja. I like, okay, so I need it on the loot. And he actually got an attitude. Then I lagged a little bit. I said, damn, I'm lagging. And not damn, I'm lagging. They went in T6. We went back in T6 because we were farming for ninja. I went in stagger for a little bit though. We didn't clear T9 together because we were frustrated. We had to take a break for T9. Then I think it was 2.3. It was sometime 2.3. I think 2.25. I can't start rating. I forget. But but after that, he got an attitude towards me, and I lagged just like 2 seconds. Then he said, "All right, yeah, I'm done." He left the instance, but then left the party, and he booted me off the link shell, the team speak, and I think he blocked me, and his girlfriend had to tell me, or his wife, whatever, had to tell me after that. Then like, I did hold a grudge against him. I was like, that is so fucking stupid. And they trying to say like I'm a good monk. I was like, nah, fuck that. I did bump to the 3.x, but I didn't talk to him, and they didn't last long, and they did use my friends for Gil. So I'm not gonna mention them no more, but we're gonna talk about Final Coil. My Final Coil story is gonna be very short because I only went up to T11, so I'll only show two two turns on this video. But I joined in late because I was still frustrated with my previous status. Boom me for a lag, that's one thing. I fully understand that. I take full responsibility on my lag, but to be mad over gear, man. I was like, I don't want to deal with that again. And I joined the static, and like they were arguing over gear, and I was like, and got booted. One thing I forgot to mention in my second tutorial story was Simon would live stream and asking viewers for tips how to beat T7, and that static I was in that I got kicked out from was pissed. And they actually said they would pour him, all that stuff. It was nuts. It was crazy. It was a sign for me to get out, but I didn't get out because we actually were doing clear, so I like screw it. But anyway, talking about my final Koya story. I only did the T10 and I only beat T10. I never beat T11. Never. Till I duo it with my best friend in 4.x. But we ain't gonna talk about that today. But how to say it. So that's about it with my story. It's just I did, like I said, I did join static on Final Core. I did join it late. My static was horrible. That static was horrible. It was super casual too. It was horrible. It was terrible. The static didn't last long. I was about to leave anyway, but the static got disbanded before I even left, so it was a good thing. Then I just took a break from raiding till 3.0. Man, I was just too frustrated to continue, and that's the end of my raid story. I'm sorry, my final core story not interesting. It was just I was too frustrated to continue. I know some people call me sensitive. I'm not. Some call me sensitive, but like I don't want to deal with through all that BS again. So sorry for this. Sorry for this lame part of my final core story. So to the more casual route. I was leveling. My first time playing as a scholar was, I was nervous because I don't know how the job plays. I'm not really a big fan of pet jobs. You know, I did not be a fan of pets. And my friend told me like, hey, since you level scholar, some will be level as well. So you know how to touch something. I'm like, oh really? Oh okay, that's pretty cool. And then the dungeon gave people one. Hey, this is my first time playing as a scholar. Sorry if I let you die. He was like, oh, just pull out your fairy and let your fairy handle me. You didn't have to do nothing. Then, and yes, it was the first dungeon I did as my scholar was Copperfield Minefield. I would never do level 30, level 30 dungeon. And once I did a level, it was level 28 dungeon. I actually did the shield buff, Ablo, and I was addicted with putting shield buffs. I don't know, it was something about Scholar made me more. I don't know. I actually thought about my secondary job going to be healing, you know, like Scholar. But I kind of wish like Scholar had more support. Wish we did have a more support job in 3.0, but I'm gonna talk about that in 3.0 story. So I did level Scholar. I did, you know, Leviathan, the string with it. Wish I did level my Scholar in 2.1. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I did level my Scholar in 2.1. I ain't did like any extreme prime until like 2.2. So it was a, how to say, it was a fun leveling experience, and one of the most happy moments of my healing time in this game. Let's talk about Ninja and Rogue. Okay, I'm gonna show out this cutscene because when this cutscene showed, when you seen this type of animation, final scene of any job, and they know they were teasing a job which was Ninja. Then third grade got into action. Then we were like Thief, but we actually was Rogue. And we didn't get that information. I think sometime 2.3 when they released more news about the new class and job. And some people are mad they not thieves. Not thieves. Some people are happy with Rogues. You know, but we were really excited about Ninja because, you know, seeing this animation. And I was speculating what's gonna be released. I mean, when it's gonna be released. I thought it was gonna be an expansion, but people was speculating next patch, and it wasn't next patch. It wasn't next patch. It was 2.4. And I gotta say this: once oh man, once 2.4 released, I did skip school that day too. But once 2.4 released, it was hell for me because I was playing the PS3 and the load time was horrible. The mob was dying left and right. I had to leave level. I wasn't having fun playing Rogue. I wasn't even interested in playing Rogue. And people actually were doing like the world first ninja and stuff. And Ninja actually share gear with Monk and like anything before 2.4. Anyway, when I like Ninja, I actually do like this job quest a lot. I do like the job quest a lot. There's something about it I do like it. And so once I unlock Ninja, after level 35, I think level 35, I'm finna go do some other stuff. Do like second coil. Because I was doing final coil. I was like, screw it, let me do second coil just because. See, do I got the same feeling about raid and stuff. And I see tons of ninjas, tons. And when I look in parties, as kind of being the party, I think that when PF came along. But when I look in parties, all you see is fucking ninjas. Just ninjas. I'm not joking, but Ninja was so OP on release. They had to nerf it and Ninja was crying about it. And I was trying to come in as a monk and people question, when you got Ninja? When you got Ninja? I was like, because I don't have Ninja. At 50, I'm not that interested in Ninja at the moment. And people said, Ninja OP, Ninja the best. And like, I don't know, it was just a whole Ninja thing. I was like, I'm not even going to get involved leveling it. But I did level 50. And after level 50, I tried to learn the rotation. I'll show you a little gameplay of me playing Ninja. They were before my wired internet. So, well, I suck playing Ninja. I'm gonna show you some stuff about Ninja. But I should learn the rotation. The rotation wasn't hard to understand. It was just I don't know. I wasn't all hyped up for Ninja on release. It was just I don't know. I'd rather stick with Monk over Ninja that time. And 2.4, I did swap over to main warrior, which I never regretted. I never regret of main warrior. It's just Ninja wasn't. I wasn't interested to say. I wasn't a big Ninja guy. Then they in FanFest, I'm not gonna. I think in a FanFest they were teasing the job. I don't know they showed Dark Knight, so I'm always just not mention any FanFest like NA, EU. NA already be the lamest. Just know that. So they teasing the job, and it was a Batman shirt. People called on quickly a Dark Knight, and people speculated we're going to be tank or DPS. Then good thing I look at previous interviews. Yoshi P was looking at it as a tank direction of Dark Knight, how you see it with the armor and stuff, and I totally agree with Yoshi P. And then why I was so happy that I could stop playing Warrior and try something new. Hopefully something could like I like long swords. Just say that. And people was mad because it got announced as a tank, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I was happy it was a tank, and I was like, I told you so. You should look at the interviews. And later on in FanFest, they announced 2 more jobs, which was machinist, which was a gun job. And to be honest, I wasn't really decided. I'm not really pretty much a gun type, but I will tell you a story about that later. And they show off another job which caught me off guard. It showed all 3 on the screen. With Dark Knight, Machinist, and Astrologian. Astrologian was like questionable to me because I don't know how to approach it well. Does I approach it well? That didn't make sense to me. But anyway, Astrologian was that job that I got mixed feelings about it because they say on healing support. You got 2 stances, which later on we found out was Regent Regent stance and Shield stance. And the only info we have is support and is heal. And the question was to me, how you gonna outmatch or be equal to the other healers? So we didn't have much information about Astrologian. Then Machinist. People was, how to say, blinded by Machinist. What I mean by blinded is like when they saw that gun, all they see is just shoot, like just bullets just flying out, sparks everywhere. And I wasn't hyped for the job. I mean, like, I don't know, it was something about me and gun jobs or gun classes. It was just, not my cup of tea. But I see why people enjoy it. People like guns. People want to do range DP. We got another range DPS is another support job. And I would question, like, would it be supported as a bard? We do more damage than a bard. We'd be flexible with a bard in the party. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Nobody talk, at least on Behemoth, nobody would talk about machine, not machine, but Astrologian or Dark. I mean, people still talk about Dark Knight, but not much machine because of DPS. Um, and I was frustrated because all I hear every day machine is way. And for the final part, the story. One of the reasons I say the story for last because like, it's not really interesting. It's about my opinions about the story. So like I'm a great storyteller, which I'm not. So story in 2. I think a 2.0 to 2. No 2.0. I said the in the 2.0 it was interesting. I usually went 2.1 to like 2.3. The story wasn't interesting at all. Then 2.4 kind of picked it up. We got some interesting stuff. Then 2.5, which is this, is very interesting because like it got all this, it got all these scenes that happened with our ally. You know, Robin got his arm cut off. You know, your other party members are missing. You don't know what happened to them, and etc. etc. Now, I do want to mention this. One of the things I'll show you this cutscene because it's actually one of the best cutscenes in 2.x. In 2.5, they actually went all out trying to hype up with expansion, which they really did, and I find this pretty interesting. You know, your allies, one of your allies in trouble. Your allies you got separate from your ally. You don't know what the hell happened to them. You don't know they dead, still alive, or they you know, something bad. But so they're leaving the cliffhanger, which I find really interesting for a great way to start off. I mean, to end the 2.2 to end on 2.x and to later on find out what happened to them in 3.0. And that's all. That's the end of my 2.x story. And my apologies for not posting it sooner. It's just I've been very lazy and focused on streaming. Now I need to put music behind it, which is so hard to find. I'm gonna put some random music behind it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And sorry, I'm a horrible storyteller. And my stream links in description. And that's all, guys. And I'm, gonna prep up for 5.0. Gonna still play Dark Knight no matter what. And make sure you like, favorite, share, subscribe. I mean, this is a weird outro, but hey, whatever. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, which is part of my Let's Play video. But anyway, take care.